Hey guys, in this video I'm going to go over 3 reasons why your YouTube ads aren't working, and these are 3 simple reasons. And before I get into the 3 reasons, I just wanted to say that I do know my stuff about YouTube ads. I've scaled up campaigns to $5,000 a day in ad spend profitably. I've helped multiple personal brands blow their YouTube presence up. I've also helped e-commerce stores and lead generation stores. I basically have managed hundreds of thousands of dollars in YouTube ad spend, and I'm continuing to do that. So that's why you should listen to me, because I do have a lot of experience with YouTube ads. I'm not just talking out of my butthole. So reason number one, and I actually go over this in one of my other videos. It's basically you're not excluding low quality placements. So on YouTube, placements are where your videos show up. So, if you're watching a video and an ad shows up before it or on the side, that's basically kind of like a placement. Now with the in-stream ads, it's really, really important that the placements are accurate, because if what happens with YouTube a lot is basically parents put their kids in front of these, their TV or their, basically the computer, put on YouTube, and these kids watch these kids channels. And literally I've seen like so many clients spend thousands and thousands of dollars on these kids channels that only kids are watching, that are resulting in 0 conversions. And thankfully for you guys, I actually made a video on this, so I'm gonna just link it over in the description. Yeah, so this is the actual video. It's called How to Increase Your YouTube Ads ROI Instantly, Stop Wasting Ad Spend. It's basically right next to this video on my channel. So yeah, go find it, and this video will take care of reason number 1. I go very in depth on how to fix this issue in this video. So getting into reason number 2, you've excluded those low quality placements from your YouTube, your Adwords account, right? And you're basically saving money on these low quality videos. So that's basically gonna already improve your results by a lot. Like I see my clients improving the results by 20-30% just by doing that one thing. The second step is to understand how to use the Adwords report section. So I'm just gonna cover that very, very quickly. So the Adwords report section is basically, it's located in the top bar. So I'm actually going to jump into screen share and show you how to use it really quickly. Okay, so the way you find the report section in the new Adwords is you go over here and then you go to reports. So in this section, you can create different types of reports, which is really useful for you data nerds out there. If you're a data nerd, Adwords is awesome because you can do so much stuff in it, right? Like it's amazing the variety and like the complexity you can get into it. But tables are a pretty good place to start. So what I really like to do is go by conversions. So you can actually search in here. So there's a ton of different options you have in here. So you can go by conversions, you can go by cost per conversion. So this is a very, very new ad account. So we literally just set up conversions for this ad account. Hence there's only like 2 of them. But basically with this ad account, you can then, you have conversions, cost per conversion. So let's say your conversion is an opt-in and then it's a sale. Then you can even filter by different types of conversions as well. But basically what you can do is you can go in here. As you can see, there's just a huge, huge number of different options you have. And so basically what you can do is, here you go, this is the targeting options. So there's basically, placements, there's this kind of gender, age, audience, topic, placement. So basically there's just so many options you have in here. So one thing I like to do is device. Device always gives me a lot of really good information. When I run campaigns, I often find that certain devices don't do well. You have to keep in mind that Adwords conversion tracking can be a bit wonky sometimes, so you have to be really careful with it. Sometimes mobile gets underreported, and you also want to make sure that that basically you're spending money where it's going to somewhere useful. So always have Google Analytics kind of URL set up on mobile and tablet as well, just in case, because a lot of times Adwords doesn't catch those conversions. So it's kind of like a little bit, it's more art than science, right? But it is still good to get an idea of what's happening with each device. Second thing is I really like to do basically gender, because then you can also see like which gender is buying your products. I like to do parental status. Again, I find that to be extremely useful. Another thing I like to do is age. So age also allows you to see which demographics are converting. As you can see, it's like younger demographics, but this is way too little data. You want to be having a ton of conversions to get, be really able to figure this data out. But basically what this means is you can take this data and just exclude the people that are not converting. And the thing is, because there's so many different options in here, there's like, you can even do hour of day. I mean, hour of day, day of week. Yeah, wow, they even have days to conversions, which obviously I can't use it with this, but you can get super granular. So the thing is, spend a few hours in there, guys. If you spend a few hours in AdWords, I promise you'll find information that will increase your return on ad spend by like 30 to 40%. I'm not exaggerating. Like, I've gone in here, done a good session in here, and been able to improve like immediately by making some small changes our ROI by 30% for like previous clients. It's just been such a huge thing, this AdWords reporting section. And the thing is, like, it's very underused. Like, AdWords for search guys know it, but Facebook advertisers have no idea this exists. So guys, this is like key, essential, very essential. And I'll do a more in-depth tutorial on this in the future. Hey guys, so the last thing I want to do, the third big reason why YouTube ads aren't working is probably your creative. So here's the thing, with YouTube, your creative needs to be on point. On Facebook, I see creatives that often wouldn't work on YouTube. I see those slideshow e-commerce video ads, and they have those little, captions, but they have no voiceovers, and they kind of have this music in the background, and that kills it. That kills it on Facebook. Those kind of ads, on the other hand, on YouTube, they may do well at smaller scale, but I don't think they work well at high scale. I haven't seen them work at a higher scale. What does work on YouTube is content produced specifically for YouTube. So that means being A, engaging, B, entertaining, C, informative, and also, production quality is optional. I encourage my clients to do really good production quality videos. But if you're if your video is really engaging and entertaining, then you don't necessarily need it. In fact, it could work out well. So Alex Becker is a really good example of this. So I'm actually going to switch into one of his video ads and go over why it works so well. Alright guys, so this is Alex Becker's video ad, one of his video ads. It's a life plan replace. And if you want to know how to get the unlisted URL, I have a video on how to get unlisted YouTube URLs. I'll link it in the description. You can also find it on my channel. But essentially, okay, this is an example of an ad, which is kind of like a slideshow ad, but it's exceptional. And so I'm just going to play it for a bit.
Is this your life plan? Go to school, get $50,000 in debt, spend 40 years working a job you hate, live frugally so you can retire, and then retire and live frugally, and then, I don't know, maybe spend the rest of your old age pinching pennies. That sounds like fun. If so, what the ever-living fudge? I gotta ask you why. Well, actually, I don't have to ask.
Well, see, here's the thing. This ad is perfect for YouTube, in my opinion. Because this just grabs your attention by the, testicles. It grabs it, and it keeps it. And you're just watching this, and it's funny as well. It's funny, it's entertaining, it's engaging, it's also persuasive. So that's like an example of an ad that's works really well on YouTube. Other examples are like, Grammarly's ads are pretty good. Even they're more high production quality ads, but they focus more of showing their product in action. So the Grammarly ads that you see on YouTube typically work pretty well. So basically with YouTube, you have to think about the platform. People are not willing to give you their attention unless it's something good. So whether that be production quality, where it hits like a deep pain point, which the Grammarly videos do, because they show you and they show people in situations that we can empathize with, right? Like everybody's written an exam paper and been scared over it. This ad, it's basically very engaging and entertaining, so it grabs your attention in that way. So essentially, you have to think about, okay, like if somebody's going to be watching a YouTube video, how can I grab their attention and entertain them, maybe inform them a bit in a way that they're going to take action? And this is not going to happen if you are doing any of this, basically if you're just taking a boring e-commerce video which has no voiceovers, it has really nothing cool about it, and you're putting it in front of another YouTuber's video, I don't think that's going to work that well. So guys, number 3, video creative. You have to think about it. You have to tailor it to YouTube. You have to make sure it grabs attention, is engaging, is entertaining, has a certain level of thought put behind it for the platform itself, especially for in-stream ads. In-stream ads are where, like, that's where honestly I spend most of the money that I've spent, and that's really the ads that grab the most attention. That's where you can scale up big. Discovery ads you can scale, but not anywhere near as big as in-stream ads. In-stream ads, like, in my experience, just absolutely can make a huge difference to your brand. So yeah, guys, that was pretty much this video. Please hit the subscribe button, and I will continue putting out more gold. And each of these topics I talked about, I will go more in depth into them. This video was more of like just a broad, okay, 3 reasons why your YouTube ads aren't working, give you some ideas so you can start executing on them. I will have more detailed videos coming out for you guys very soon.